Hey,
Hi,
SeAnDawn here.
SeAnDawn. Happy Friday Live with SeAnDawn. One more week. We're still here. Feels like a win.
Feels like a win. You know what I normally say there.
No.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the lineup today. Some good stuff. We got a damn good show for you. That's what they would say on those other stations. I don't know. Yeah. We're going to talk about, let me put some glasses. Oh, wrong glasses.
I know.
2021,
we need
finding the balance with wellness as it relates to back to school, COVID, kids' birthdays.
All the things.
All those things. So we're just going to jam on that for a little bit. We're going to talk about the 20-year anniversary for 9/11. We have a special workout for that. Our August challenge recap. We're going to talk about the million meters road team. Athlete birthdays.
I like it. Athlete birthdays and our
the featured athlete. And then how to get a hold of us. That's a good lineup.
It's a great lineup.
All right. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room.
Yes.
Finding balance, which is hard for a lot of people in normal years.
Well, this
right?
time of year, we always have all of those busy, crazy things that are not about you usually. It's all about other people in your lives.
Yeah.
And then you throw COVID on top of that this year, obviously. Yeah.
And you take COVID, you have vaccine mandates, masking, kids going to school,
all the things you're worried about.
Sports, you name it, work, different things. They're just thrown at you in a big dump. And sometimes you just can't handle anymore. You're just not quite sure how to do it. But what's really important is finding the balance, especially for your healthy habits, right? And so like a couple things like we think about when we do this is, we've talked about this quite a bit, like scheduling your workouts so you know when you're going to go, which means you have to be thinking far enough for your week.
Be proactive and think about which days you're going to be able to make it.
Like for instance, we have to be here regardless, right? But let's talk about our coming week. We know that this Thursday, we actually have what? That's not Friday?
Well, yeah.
Oh
shoot!
See what happened?
Now they know.
We have one of the kids has her first soccer game that we haven't got to see in
2 years.
Yeah, because of COVID and everything else.
Yes.
But we have to be here we have to get up at 4 a.m. the next day, which means it's going to be a late night. Now we know that going ahead, and we were going to make our workout. We have to be here regardless because we work here. But for you, let's say it occurs to you, what would you do? Say you knew you wanted 3 days a week in the gym or 4 days a week. There's a couple options, right? You either bear it and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to go to my time.
Right. I'll be tired, but it'll be worth it.
Be worth it. Possibly you look at a different time later in the day.
Different class.
Maybe you're like, you know what? Friday's out for me. I'm going to get my workout in on Thursday, or I'm going to come in on Saturday, right? So you really have to kind of look ahead and think about what are going to be your life stresses, that are just not stresses. It's just challenges. It's not stress to go to the game. It's just a thing, and how that fits into your goals.
Yeah, you have a couple non-negotiables. And for us, that's, our basic nutrition needs every day. We know we want to move our body every day with getting our steps. We know that our workout routine is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So, those are all of our non-negotiables for us because, like you said, we have to be here. But I think that if we didn't have to be here, we would probably still choose to get up and be tired. I just know for us, even though we might be a little bit lacking on sleep, we know we're going to catch up on the weekend. And it's more important for us to keep our routine. So we always feel like when you start missing things and you start letting those little things go that are all those non-negotiables, then it's just a slippery slope for you to slide back down into that pit. And often down in that pit these days for most people, it's a dark
depressed
place. It's dark. It's hopeless. It's discouraged. It's all those things that, our environment makes us feel right now. Just not having any hope or not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and just trying to navigate all of the emotions for everybody right now. And so when those things that you have that are those non-negotiables start to slip, it's a slippery slope for your mental health.
Absolutely. And so let's take the same analogy where I just said about the soccer game and working out. Let's just say we are people that we don't food prep very much, but we have a certain way that we usually eat.
Yeah, we do a few basics.
And I know many of our members food prep, right? What do you do in this situation, right? Do you just call it I'm going to take my meal to the game with me, right? Maybe there's a party or a gathering that you're going to do. Maybe you're like, you know what? I know this is coming up. I'm going to adjust to my day to allow me to have this free feeling to go there and do whatever eat whatever I want.
Right. Maybe it's you didn't have time and you're going to drive through and make the most of it. However you planned for that in your day.
Yeah, but the really important thing that hopefully you're seeing here is that you need to try to forecast the best you can. I mean, it's never going to be a perfect, right? You're never going to look at your week and go, this is how it goes, right? Heck, I work in IT at the hospital. Every day I show up thinking I'm going to work on something, and there's a million other things that have to be done. Right?
Things get thrown at you.
They get thrown at me, and I have to adjust as it goes. Same as here in operations at the gym, right? It just happens. So you really have to plan that stuff. The other thing is when you're starting to feel this struggle on things, find people to talk to, right? I mean, just having, and we talked about this last week, not someone that eggs you on in that struggle. Like, yeah, and another thing.
Right, let's skip together.
Yeah, finding someone that actually helps pull you out of that bad place, right?
Yeah.
Have someone that you could talk to that's willing to give you some hard advice sometimes, or just meet you at the gym.
Right.
Right? That's the other thing, is find the balance and just say, hey, we're going to meet you at the gym. Like, I can never see myself, you were talking about us getting up and working out in the morning, we'd still do it. I've never been an evening workout type person. It's just harder for me to get going, and I have a million other things going on, and I just don't feel like it.
Come up, yeah.
Meanwhile, we got a whole bunch of other people in the gym that's all they want to do. That is their routine, right?
Right, and so thinking about getting up early for them is not going to happen.
They're like, hell no, would I never do that? I'm not doing that. Yeah. So it's figuring out who you are and making sure, like the reason I say that is if I said, I'll just go work out at a later date, 9 times out of 10 I won't. Right.
Something's going to come up.
Because I struggle with that later time anyways.
However, if that was the only time you had to work out, you would make it happen.
I would make it work, right? But it's having that real talk, that real head talk with yourself. Am I really going to be able to do this or not? Don't overcommit yourself to something. And also be kind to yourself, right?
Give grace.
We all need a lot of kindness.
Yep.
So once again, schedule your week. Figure out there's non-negotiables. We all have these major things going on. Find a gym buddy that you want to come with. Like, hey, we're going to go do this workout. If you come to our gym, you could look a weekend ahead and see what we have going on. Don't cherry pick workouts, but make sure if there's a workout, you're like, I don't want to miss this workout. That looks great. That looks fun for me. Make sure you make that a priority for you. Right. Now, we tell you your sweet spot in here is at least 4 days. So you need to consider that too.
4 to 5 days.
If you're at least 4 days. If you're a 3-day membership, you should always hit 3 days. Like, that should be a non-negotiable for you, right? Yeah. Always 3 days.
And just remember, when we say balance, we don't necessarily mean perfect, right? Because there's no such thing. We realize balance looks different for everyone, but it's more about consistency.
Yeah.
So we talk about it all the time, consistency over perfection. Nobody transforms their life overnight.
Yeah.
And it's never perfect, right? It's always ups and downs. And so as long as you look back in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 2 years, and you see that you're slowly, consistently changing because you have just stuck with that plan from the beginning.
And then it's real. I mean, once you can do that consistency over time, it's ingrained in you.
It goes with you for the rest of your life.
It really
when it comes
does.
to health and fitness. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
9/11.
9/11. This is 20 years. That's
20
crazy.
years. So I was standing in the YMCA, the old, before they have their new remodeled gym and all that, their old cardio room. And if you're old as me, you'll probably remember when I saw everyone around the TV. They only had like 1 or 2 TVs in the day then. Right. And the first plane crashed.
Right.
and then the second plane crashed, and I was horrific.
Yeah,
How?
disbelief.
Where were you?
I was home. I had a 2-year-old. Yes, and was pregnant with
Cameron.
Cameron. Yeah. So So I remember someone called me, I think, and said, "Turn on the TV." A family member, and so same thing. I watched the first plane hit, and I remember
Second plane, but
right. I mean, they were showing
She's
replays of the first plane, and no one really knows what's happening. It's all kind of surreal. And then the second one hit, and then we were like, "Oh no,
this is real.
We're under attack."
This is being.
So I
we're
just
being
remember
attacked.
being like really afraid, like you know.
And so this is a 20-year reunion for it. 20-year. Yeah. I guess it is anniversary. I couldn't think of a better reunion.
Yeah.
Sounds wrong.
We've done a workout every year in honor of those who lost their lives that day. So this year's no different. We're doing it again. It's on Saturday.
Workout. Yeah, it's a partner workout.
It is a partner workout. Yeah. And it's a tough workout, but we would suggest and recommend that you all make an effort to get out for it. We'll definitely be able to spread out and open up the doors and all of that, but we'd love to see
you.
Full house come out for that.
And we need to remember.
Yeah, it's very sobering.
What got us there and where we're at in the world right now, and reflect on all those poor souls. Actually, for the last 20 years that we've lost, combating that for this last period of time.
Yeah.
So very sobering. So please come out, support that. I could tell you that it will make you feel good about yourself to be here and just to sweat and just to have that memory. It'll clear out the COVID mindset for a bit.
Give perspective.
And you'll be better.
Yeah. So that reminder, that is, we open at 7 on Saturday.
Workout
starts at 7:30.
You warm up on your own.
Yes.
And workout starts at 7:30.
Yeah. If you miss that time frame, you could try to come in on open gym the rest of the day and get that workout done.
So August challenge.
Yeah. We referred to it last week quickly.
Yeah. So couple things. We're done. Dawn realizes
We are done.
with her bad knee that rowing was a blessing because it was just lots of hinging.
Apparently that movement without any resistance on the flywheel, my knee really likes that.
Yep. Makes good.
And helps it stay lubricated and moving during the day.
Which means she rows a lot now. And
so apparently I'm going to row more every day. So
she's happy about it. But I'm going to just say our team up here, August challenge, our team got over 1 million meters.
1 million meters.
And
special shout out to our youngest team member, Nikeo, who is Jake's son.
8 or 7 or 8.
I can't remember. I want to say 8.
I think he's 8.
Anyway, we lost one of our team members. Like after the first week, Matt had to go out on a fire. And works for DNR. So we picked up little Nikeo, and he did so many meters. It's impressive.
His legs are this long. They're really
small. He would come in and row 5,000 to 10,000 meters a session. So.
Yeah, you'll see him in that photo too. So we after our first week, we realized that we may be able to get 1 million meters.
If we keep this pace, we could hit
the second week. After the second week, we're like, my goodness, I don't know if I want to do this. But we did it, and so I'm proud of everyone that did the challenge, but also just proud of us for actually getting that done and stuff.
Yeah, good job.
Athlete birthdays. Yeah, you want to talk about them?
Yep, we've got Shelly Adams, Susie Veely, Steven Vandenberg, and Kiana Cordero.
Yeah. And one of our birthday athletes happens to be our featured athlete.
Shelly Adams.
Shelly Adams comes to 6 a.m. typically, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Just a little ball of fire, isn't she?
She is. Shelly is awesome. She's
always smiling, always encouraging. Always here.
Could it be
so consistent?
What she always said? Could it be any happier than I try? If I tried, I can't remember her little saying, but we used to have a guess what day it is
every Wednesday.
Wednesday, and she would. We got to do that with her again. We used to do that for about a year. She'd be like, "Guess what day it is?" And everyone in the gym would be like, "Hump day." So we'll try it. We should have done that today. I forgot.
Featured athlete.
Featured athlete.
Shelly.
So once again, if you're trying to get a hold of us, follow along on the screen here. You go to Storm King Athletic Club. You're going to look in the right, free intro. Under the free intro, if you're a member, you click member. If you're not a member, pick non-member. Pick a time. Make sure that when you pick a time, you're actually going to show up. Otherwise, please cancel or reschedule, and you'll get up here and meet with the lovely Dawn Mason, more than likely, and just jam with you there.
Yeah, little plug on that. Let me remind you, I have spots open for nutrition clients. So just graduated a few from their last 14-week sessions. So there's about 5 spots actually open going into the fall for nutrition clients. So if you're interested or you want to know more about that or what we do or all your options for nutrition with us, reach out and hit that link. You can schedule a consult or just send us a message.
Sounds good.
Right on.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
And make sure you're in good mental health state. And
Yes.
if not, get in here and come see us. Thanks, everyone.